Welcome to practice. I'm Donna Cavanough, and we're going to begin standing today. We're going to start with just little circles of the head around the shoulders, or if you think of a pencil at the top of your head, drawing a circle above you, a halo. And as you do that, try to reach the top of the head up in that whole circumference of your circle, your neck movement. And it can be as subtle a movement as feels good, or can exaggerate it so long as it feels like it's nourishing for your neck. And then the other direction. Also, it goes slow enough that you're not making yourself dizzy. Really reaching the top of the head. Notice when you try to do that, the spine is lifting. Nice. And back to center. And just turn your face all the way around to the left. And holding for a few deep breaths, lifting the top of the head at the same time. And back to center. And then turn your face all the way to the right and lifting the top of the head, holding for a few breaths here. Nice work. And back to center. Lift your shoulders up and forward. So some big shoulder rolls. Find a smoothness to the movement. Sometimes it can feel pretty rocky in there. So let's find a smooth, silky experience. And then the other direction. My shoulders are rockier on the way back in this direction. Again, see if you can feel a smoothness, even though there might be some Dungog Road potholes. If you're watching from elsewhere, our town is famous for potholes in the road. Mm. Mm. Beautiful. And then empty sleeve. Really let your arms feel relaxed. And we're trying to turn the ribs more so than the ankles or the knees to keep your hips facing forward. And really let the arms just hang down so that the shoulders feel relaxed in this movement. If you keep your head facing forward, you might notice that the neck is turning, and we'll notice the feeling of that movement too. Letting yourself feel a little smoother, really reaching up through the top of the head. Back to center. Great. We're going to take the rib cage around the feet or the pelvis in a circle. Nice big movement for the ribs. If it feels like you need a more subtle movement, then make it smaller. And the other direction. Mm. Nice work. And then we're going to take the hips around the feet. Again, that can be a small, subtle movement or an exaggerated movement. But see if you can find your flow, the feeling of the movement being smooth, even though at times we have real resistance in places of the body, maybe protecting an injury. Appreciating just how you feel. Let's go in the other direction. And as we're doing this gentle movement, finding your breath, and let the breath feel as long as feels good. So slow it down. Good, back to center. Slowing down the breath, step the feet together. We're going to bend the knees, and the knees are going to make little circles around the feet. So we keep the legs together. And again, you find how big the movement needs to be for your body, but letting the breath be slow, luxurious, other direction. Great. And for our feet, we're going to be kneeling down from standing. And you could do this hanging on to something like a table or the seat of a chair, because we're going to kneel or squat down and we're going to have our feet hip width and parallel. And you're going to try and bring the knees to the floor. So if you put your hands on a support, which might be a chair or might be a table, or the floor, bring the knees to the floor, and then we're going to stand all the way up. And we've got to be really moving the feet to do that movement. So managing as much as you can so that it doesn't hurt your knees. And you might find that you can give it a go even without using your hands at all. Pretty tricky for me. There's a little element of using momentum there. Trying to keep the movement even from side to side. Nice long breath. Beautiful. Come back up to standing. We're going to stand with the feet hip width and parallel in Tadasana. And lifting the top of the head. Rolling out your upper arms, palms in. And then Urdhva Hastasana. And we're going to keep the palms facing forward. Ooh. So the armpits feel broad and long, seeing how your shoulders feel. And then Tadasana. So as you bring your arms down, turn your palms up, even reach the thumbs back. You really open the arms. And then when you get to your Tadasana, just turn just the palms in. So the upper arms feel like they're really rolling out. And then Urdhva Hastasana, palms forward. Really reaching straight arms, neck relaxed. And Tadasana. Turn the palms up, reach the thumbs back. So upper arms are rolling back. Palms in. Good. Urdhva Hastasana. And Tadasana. Hmm. And with your Tadasana, lifting the front of the thighs, the belly, the breastbone, the top of the head, reaching the shoulder blades down, seeing how long the breath can be in a way that feels nourishing, satisfying. Bring the hands in front of your heart. We're going to jump heavily your feet out to leg length distance. For Trikonasana, left foot turns out at 90 degrees, right toes turn in about 30 degrees, and we'll take the arms out from the shoulders. We're going to turn the palms up. Ooh, to get that nice space across the chest for the heart and the lungs. And then reaching with your left arm, left ribs. We're going to reach just as far as we can without the right side of the body falling forward. You really want to keep that sense of rolling back the right hip, the right ribs. And then taking your arm to the vertical. Okay, so hopefully where you've landed, you have a sense that the right side of the body is in line with the left side and the left leg. We're going to use this arm, the right arm, palm facing forward, and reach the back of the hand back so that you're really helping to draw the rib cage back and make space there. Good. Keep the shoulder blades away from the neck and breathe. Good. And we're going to reach where it feels good to reach. So that might be the left hand reaching further down the leg, the left ribs lengthening. Ooh, it might feel good to look up at the ceiling. If that is too strong in your neck, look forward. And finding that satisfying breath. Beautiful. Really find your feet, the core of your body as you lift up. Beautiful, beautiful. Turn the feet to the front and the feet to the second side. Finding your feet, your right heel lining up with the center of the left foot, inner arch. Strong leg. Reaching your right arm now as far as you can. So we're reaching the right ribs, but noticing when the left side of the body wants to fall forward. Really try to roll the left hip back. Sometimes try as you might, it just doesn't feel like that happens. But we bring our mind to that movement enough times, and one day it just does. So left hip back, left ribs back. Right hand down onto the leg and left arm up, palm facing forward. Bring the shoulder blades back away from the ears. The back of the hand reaches back now to help you roll the ribs back, the left hip back. The heart starts to shine upward towards the ceiling. Maybe you can even look up at the ceiling past your left thumb. Trikonasana. Reaching and finding the satisfaction of your breath, the flow. Good. Feeling into your feet and the core of your body as you lift. Oh, nicely done. Feet back to the front, hands to the heart. And stamp yourself back to hip width distance with your feet. Tadasana. Turn the palms all the way out. So the upper arms are really turning out, the chest is broad, and then just the palms in. Take the arms up to Urdhva Hastasana with the palms facing forward. Draw the shoulder blades down. Tadasana. Turn the palms up. Oh, really roll the upper arms out. Ooh. And then palms face the sides of the legs. Really lengthen. Top of the head lifting, shoulder blades drawing down. Front of the legs lifting. Powerful pose now. Utkatasana. Bending your knees, and we'll take the arms up by the ears. We're going to try and keep the torso fairly upright. So it's natural to want to lean the body forward, but let's try to lift the torso more perpendicular to the floor as much as you can. Dropping the hips back. Keep your legs and your feet parallel, hip width, and really use the front core of your body to support the spine. We've got the palms facing forward here. Breathing deeply. Nice work. We're going to bring the hands now in front of the heart. Press them, draw the shoulder blades down. Lift up onto the left hip toes. And test if you have your balance on your bent right leg. Maybe you can lift your left foot off the floor. Or even place your heel on your right knee. And let the left hip drop towards the floor. Find that satisfying flow of breath. Beautiful. And then releasing. We're going to straighten the legs. We're going to take the arms up again. Urdhva Hastasana. Palms facing forward. Shoulder blades down. Ooh. Beautiful. Bend your knees. Bring your hands in front of your heart. So we try to avoid leaning forward too much. Lifting the torso. And you really have to use the core of the body to stabilize a good, healthy shape for the spine. Nice. We're going to keep the left leg bent and lift up onto the right tiptoes. And then even put your right heel on your left knee. Right knee moving towards the floor. Beautiful. And then releasing and straightening your legs. Right arm, both arms up. Urdhva Hastasana, face the palms forward, look forward. Ooh, really lifting the spine, the front of the legs. And then we'll take the arms out and back, palms facing forward, rolling the upper arms, turn the palms up, all the way back to Tadasana with the palms facing in. Ooh. Nice work. Now, we're going to do a tricky forward bend. And it might be that using something to hang on to would be useful. So it could be a table or the seat of a chair. I'm going to try this freestanding. And we're going to do that forward bend from either this tree pose. So we're going to lift the left leg and you're going to put your left leg onto the thigh. Now, if it doesn't go there, go below your knee or even tiptoes to the floor, but we're turning out the left knee. And the other thing you can do with that left leg is bring it into a lotus position, a half lotus position. Okay, so decide what you're going to do with your left leg. And we're going to start to bend forward. And this might be where you decide having your hands on a table or the seat of the chair would be a good idea. If you have your leg in the lotus position, you might be able to reach your left arm around behind you and take hold of your toes. And we're reaching forward and balancing. Beautiful. And then you're going to roll up. And we'll release that leg hip width parallel. Take your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Palms facing forward. And then turn your palms up as you bring the arms down so you feel your upper arm really rolling back. Lovely space for the shoulders, the chest. And when the arms are by the sides, turn the palms in. And then we're going to do the second side. So the right leg, the right toes might be on the floor, right knee pointing out to the right side, maybe below your knee, maybe on your thigh. Maybe even in a half lotus if that's the way your body moves. Beautiful. And then we start to forward bend. Navigating the challenges of that and maybe finding your hands onto your seat of the chair or to a table to help you with your stability. Finding the flow of your breath, the satisfaction of the breath. Half lotus people, you might be able to reach your right arm behind you and hold onto your right foot near the left hip. You can't reach on this side. And then lifting up. Finding 2 feet back on the floor. Tadasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Palms facing forward. Lifting the front of the legs, the front of the body. Good. Turn the palms up as you bring the arms down. Really rolling out the upper arm. Tadasana. Turn just the palms in. Nice work. We're going to forward bend now. What I'm going to get you to do is just put your hands on your thighs. And you're going to reach your torso forward. So we want to find a really nice feeling for the torso where you're reaching forward and the bones of your spine feel like they're embedding towards the front of the torso. Yes. Now we want to be far enough forward with the torso to start feeling a stretch in the back of the leg. Beautiful. And if you turn your toes out, go out as far as you can, just notice how that stretch changes. You can have your legs as bent as you need to discover these subtle shifts. You might feel that it's the outside fibers, the outer edges of the hamstring group. That stretch. Okay, bring the feet back to face front. See the stretch shifts. It's more across the whole back of the leg. Keeping the back relaxed. Good. And then toes pigeon-toed. So turn your toes into the center. And we shift the emphasis of the stretch now to the inside fibers of the hamstring groups, those big muscles at the back, long muscle groups at the back of the leg. Keep the back relaxed. Nice. And then back to hip width and parallel. Good work. And we're going to bring the hands down to the floor now and be in forward virasana. So wiggle your knees back, big toes touching, arms forward. Finding the length of your breath. Let the breath last for as long as you can so that it feels nourishing. Feels satisfying. Nice work. All fours. Left knee, left wrist for preparation for pigeon pose. And you bring your left foot as close to your right hand as is the right amount for your left hip. So you might be keeping the foot under the left hip, or you might be scooting it forward towards the right hand. We're going to slide the right leg back. Putting support like a block or a nice little folded up blanket under your left sit bone can feel very supportive here. So do take some support if that really feels like it keeps your pelvis level to the floor. And we're going to reach our torso out and over the front legs. So that means walking the hands forward. You might find that you can bring your elbows to the floor. Maybe you need to be on straight arm. Maybe you can take the torso out and over your leg and reach your arms out in front. We want to try and keep the pelvis level to the floor. Nice work. Walk your hands back as close as you can fit them and lift your chest high. Nice work. We're going to look back at the right leg. Press that right foot down and really try to lift the kneecap away from the floor. Squeeze the right gluteus muscle. Good. And walk your hands over to the right side a little. So you're really turning to look at your back leg. Nice work. Back to center. And we're going to step the left knee back. So we're in our all fours position. Let's just arch the spine up and down a little. It's a pretty intense set of movements. We can often invite tension into the body, trying to accomplish all of those complex steps. So noticing how this movement releases, relaxes tension. Good. Let's bring the right knee to the right wrist. And then we explore the movement for the right knee and hip by how far can that right foot angle forward towards the left hand. So you take the angle that feels good and you're going to slide your left leg back until your hips are as close to the floor as they'll go. Okay, so here you might put your blanket under your right hip bone because we want to have that feeling that the hips are level to the floor. Press back through the top of your left foot to the straight leg, squeezing the kneecap up away from the floor, squeezing the left gluteus. And then we're going to walk the hands forward a little so that you're starting to reach your belly and your breastbone over your leg. You might have straight arms, you might have elbows on the floor, maybe even reaching your torso out flat and your arms out straight. And breathing and letting the breath be satisfying. even facing this challenge, connecting to your breath. Nice work. Bring your hands back. And we're going to turn to look. So tuck your hands in as close as you can. You're lifting the front of your torso. And then we're going to turn your torso so you can look back over your left shoulder at your left leg. And press the foot down, squeeze the kneecap, squeeze the buttock muscle. Nice work. And then walk your hands over to the left. So you're even getting a bigger turnaround to look at your left leg. Seeing how powerful your left leg is. Nice work. All the muscle working. Beautiful. Back to the front. And we're going to step the right knee back. And forward Virasana. So knees wide enough for your belly and your chest. Arms reaching forward. Lovely. Up into an all fours position, but we're going to take a bigger distance from hands to feet. Hands to knees. So walk your hands forward. And then we're going to make little spinal wave movements. So not just up and down, but moving the hips forward and back and waving the spine. Trying to find your flow. Finding the flow of your breath. Nice work. And then we're going to take a seat. Let's see. We did something fun in live class yesterday, in real life class. So Prue, I know you can do this. We're going to sit without a blanket with your hands on the floor behind you. So you're going to lean back into your hand and your feet in front. And put your left foot under your right or behind your right foot. Nice. And we're going to take the right arm up off the floor and lean over to your left side. And you might be able to gather strength to lift your hips up. Otherwise, press down into your left hand and imagine you could lift the hip using the core of the body, lifting the right arm up. So that's one way of doing this posture where we stay more earthbound. So hands back behind you, right foot behind the left foot. And then we're going to lift the left arm up. And even though we might be earthbound, we're really reaching. Lovely. So we go from side to side. Now, if you can go a little further, let's swap sides again. So left foot behind the right foot. You might be able to lift your hips, which feels really nice. You can take the right arm back. Good. So that's the next stage that we work at, and you make sure that feels okay for your shoulders. Otherwise, you keep your hips on the floor. Next one is to try and put your left foot behind your right foot. No hands, or you can use your hands to help. And see if you can lift up into a proposal pose. Beautiful. And there's one more tricky variation. So I've got my left foot behind my right. If you have room to look behind you, you can lean right back and roll up and lift up. Just standing. And then rolling back, make sure you look behind you. Right foot behind the left and lifting up all the way to standing. Beautiful. So I just heard a thump. Are you okay, John? All right, we'll take a seat. That's warmed us up. Let's sit up onto the blanket. I digress. We're going to turn to the left side. And finding the flow of your breath, letting it lengthen. Lift the top of the head. So we're trying to lengthen the neck and relax the shoulders down. And when you're lifting the top of the head, the spine is lengthening. Good. And then back to center. Changing the cross of the legs and rolling, turning to the right side. Finding length for your neck. Turning the ribs and then looking back over the right shoulder. Feel how satisfying the breath can be. Exploring your movement. The relaxed feeling in your shoulders, your neck, and coming back to center. We're going to lay down on the floor. And bring the blanket under your hips. So if you put your feet down, lift your hips, place the blanket under the hips. We'll take the legs up for bamboo pose. The blanket is meant to lift the tailbone so that there's no work in the core of the body. It shouldn't feel like you're straining to hold your legs up. And if it does, do this with the feet on the ground so that you can relax more in the lower back and the core. So, but if you're fine with legs up, keep doing that. And arm position, it's up to you. It can be as simple as arms on the floor by your side, palms up, or hands on the belly. I like the stretch of cactus-shaped arms with the elbows out from the shoulders and the palms up. If, like me, you have one shoulder feeling different to the other, so one hand goes closer to the floor and one hand is further away, there's a little trick, I guess, that you can do, which is put sandbags in your hand, imaginary sandbags that feel really good, and make the tighter side, make that sandbag a little bit heavier in your imagination. I get the right use of that word. In your connection, mind-body connection. So see if you can get a more even shape from arm to arm. And bringing your legs down now and your arms in. And take out your blanket, hug your knees into your chest, and rock a little from side. If you'd like to stay for relaxation, in about another 10 minutes, you can put your legs out to straight. If you needed to finish your practice, you could roll to your right side, come up to sitting. Namaste. So Shavasana people, just making sure you're comfortable, warm enough. And that the back of your body is supported well for you. Sometimes we need extra support more than the floor. You can put a little bit of a rolled up blanket under your thigh. Feels nice for the lower back. Or under the back of the head, feels good for the neck. And then whatever your equipment, trying to get a nice balance across the back of the body from sacrum to sacrum, side, shoulder blade to shoulder blade. And now there's no more work to do other than relax the body, to let go of tension. To find the flow of your breath. And to bring into the focus of your awareness each place in your body as it's mentioned. To truly feel what's going on there. You might like to invite relaxation to each place as it's mentioned. Toes, soles of your feet, arches of your feet, heels, ankles, lower leg, knees, thighs, lower back, belly, hip joint, buttock muscle, pelvic floor muscle, around your sacrum, your waist, and lower back, middle back, between your shoulder blades, between your shoulders. Your ribs, shoulders, armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, the backs of your hands, your thumbs, and your fingers. The back of your neck and your throat, base of your skull, scalp, forehead, around your eyebrows and between them, around your eyes, nose, mouth, lips, tongue, jaw, ears, and now the whole body, feeling your whole body breath by breath. Take a couple of deeper breaths now and start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, gently moving arms and legs, bending your legs in so you can roll to your right side. And when you feel ready, come up and have a seat. Bringing your hands in front of your heart. And take the feeling of the practice with you. Namaste.